In this module, you will learn an organisation's responsibilities for promoting a safe environment, including promoting best moving and handling practices. Your responsibilities for ensuring and promoting best moving and handling practices. How to recognise risk factors that may cause injury. The correct posture for safe moving and handling practices. The importance of good back care. How to carry out a risk assessment. How to control risk. And the importance of good communication and a team approach. Moving and handling can be a frequent activity for most employees. In health and social care, moving and handling injuries account for 40% of work-related absence. Around 5,000 moving and handling injuries are reported each year in health services. It costs the NHS £1 billion a year to treat injuries resulting from manual handling. There is a significant amount of legislation and guidance related to moving and handling, such as the Health and Safety at Work Act and the Manual Handling Operations Regulations. The aim of this legislation is to protect employers, employees, and the public. Your employer has responsibilities to avoid moving and handling activities if there is a risk of injury to you, to assess moving and handling activities if it cannot be avoided, to reduce the risk of injury to employees as far as reasonably practicable, to review risk assessments regularly. Actions required to promote a safer workforce include implementing and making available organisational policies and guidance, introducing specialist roles to lead and coordinate systems and procedures, for example, moving and handling advisors, to undertake risk assessments, monitor, complete regular audits, act upon findings and ensure they are disseminated, to provide employees with training and guidance, to provide specialist equipment to support safer moving and handling activities, to provide support services, for example, occupational health. Employee responsibilities include following prescribed safe systems of work, being aware of and understanding your organisation's moving and handling policy, using equipment provided properly, not misusing or interfering with equipment provided for your safety, cooperating with your employer on moving and handling matters, telling your employer if you identify hazardous handling activities or any defects in equipment, ensuring your activities or omissions don't put yourself or others at risk. How is moving and handling defined? Any transporting or supporting of a load, including the lifting, putting down, pushing, pulling, carrying, or moving thereof by hand or bodily force. A load is defined as an object, a person, or an animal. The spine consists of spinal cord, vertebrae, invertebral discs, ligaments, tendons, and muscles. Ensuring good musculoskeletal health is essential to enable good moving and handling. Musculoskeletal disorders to the back and limbs include damage to joints, muscles, tendons and ligaments, invertebral disc, repetitive strain injury, hernias, abrasions, bruises, wear and tear, and fractures. In order to promote healthy back care, key activities include always ensuring a good posture, trying to use a chair with a backrest, changing how you sit every few minutes, staying active and exercising, particularly to strengthen abdominal and back muscles, maintain a healthy weight, quit smoking, and reduce stress. The ergonomic approach to assessment of risk involves fitting the job to the person rather than the person to the job. The acronym TILE can be a useful reminder. It stands for Task, Individual Capability, Load, and Environment. Points to consider when assessing the task. Why am I moving the person or load? Can the move be avoided in some way? How often will I perform this task? Where am I going to and from? What is the most effective, safest way of fulfilling the task? When assessing the task, consider, does it require unusual capabilities? Am I the best person to do this? Does my health affect my ability? Do I require specific information or training? Does it require a team approach? Do I require protective clothing, and will this hinder? Consider the load. Is it heavy, bulky or unwieldy, an odd shape, difficult to grasp, unstable or unpredictable, hot or cold, sharp, slippery? Consider the following regarding the environment. Is there lack of space to move? High or low work surfaces? Uneven or slippery floors? Are there steps? Is the lighting inadequate? Is it cold, hot or humid? Are there any obstructions? Other possible risk factors to consider include previous or existing injuries, psychosocial factors, the availability of equipment, and the use of protective clothing. You are expected to be aware of and use the principles of safer handling to promote your safety. Stop and think. Ensure that you have a stable base. Assess the load, prepare the area. Keep your spine in line. Take a firm hold. Hold the load close to the body. Lead with the head up. Give clear commands. And move smoothly. Assessment leads to a plan. Always stop, think, and problem solve. Should always make sure that you position your feet correctly. Position your feet apart. Place the lead-in leg as far forward as is comfortable. Try to position the lead-in leg in the direction you intend to go. And make sure you wear suitable footwear. Adopt a good posture. Keep your spine in line. Maintain normal curve. Bend your knees. Don't overflex your joints. Keep your shoulders level. Raise your head. Face the same direction as the hips. Get a good hold. Keep arms within the boundary formed by your legs. Keep the load as close to your center of gravity as possible. Get a firm grip. Always consider, is the load hot or cold, and do you need gloves? Use equipment to move objects. You must be trained to use manual handling equipment. Equipment should always be checked prior to use. Report any concerns regarding damage. Always consider, is the equipment suitable for the task? Watch the brief video below.
Try not to bend your back forward and don't bend your knees and hips too much. Let your legs do the work. Don't bend your back forward as you lift. You should keep your shoulders facing the same direction as your hips. Use your feet to turn your body. Sidestep until you are in the desired position. Once you have a good grip, keep your head up and look forward. To reduce the risk of injury and to remain balanced, you should keep the motion as smooth as possible. Once the item is placed on the surface, you can adjust its position.
Weights to be lifted may need to be reduced below the guideline values if there are any factors that could affect the moving and handling activity. These are the numerical guidelines for both women and men when considering moving and handling issues. Lifting as a team does not mean you can lift lots more weight. 2 people cannot lift twice as much, only 2/3 the sum of their individual capabilities. 3 people cannot lift 3 times as much, only half the sum of their individual capabilities. Always think about dignity and the safety of everyone. Identify the lead who is going to coordinate the lift. For further information, the Health and Safety Executive Online and the National Back Exchange. Thank you for your time and attention.